What's up, y'all? Riley with the Whacked Out Whiskey Club. We're pulling up to Alan Jackson's Good Times Bar right now to do the pick. Been getting some nice videos for y'all, getting our reactions of the barrel samples as we get them.
This is barrel 907 doing a voiceover as there's a non-disclosure.
This is barrel 907. It's got a good color on it.
I'll pass the blend around for everyone to try. That one probably gets a good nose too.
Hey Logan, I would just say, boys, let's make sure we're going the same direction. If we're going left to right or right to left, right? Make sure everyone's going left to right.
Left to right.
So just swap out the glass if you have to.
Right to left.
That is a good spice to it. That's a real good spice to it.
Okay, we got barrel 907 here. It's a really sweet nose, classic bourbon. Some caramel vanilla. It's a little creamy on the mouthfeel. Lingering finish. A little spicy at the end.
Next one up is barrel 49590.
Trying to cheers your ass.
It's a little darker. Yeah. Fine, cheers. Dang. Thought you were trying to get the color in there.
It's neat, you know.
It's kind of fun though.
I'll pass it around.
Yeah.
It'll take a second to open up that
So
way.
you guys are obviously
It's a super creamy nose on it.
online craft.
Maybe a little bit of citrus in there
That was our
too.
first ever pick here. We did 22 barrels. Just sampled through. Mike and I were so fucked up by the end of it.
I thought that one was sweet.
It's got like some chocolate on the palate too. Goes into the finish. Good oak presence. Really good oak presence.
If we need to.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna
gonna leave like a
Barrel
sample.
590.
Pick out
First taste.
I want to leave a little sip in it just to see what it tastes like when it's opened up a little bit on the second go around.
I'm sure he told you you guys are the first bourbon group.
Because this one, like,
He's told us that we're the
Great
first private
mouthfeel.
group.
First private group, yeah.
Yeah.
A little chocolatey, a
Is
little nutty.
it just the case of nobody's reached out? Because I just
A
shot him a
great
text.
finish.
Yeah, so
It's really good.
I mean, we just rolled up.
second barrel, so we got 509. 590, I'm dyslexic. There you go. Definitely a better finish than the first one.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I like that
You
chocolate
laughed,
that
and I
comes
was
through.
like, what's funny? I'm like, oh, I'm dyslexic. It's 590, not 509.
I had to, yeah. No, I like the chocolate that comes through a lot on that. That's
It's more of like a milk chocolate, too.
yeah, a little bit, a little bit. And
It's not like a dark chocolate, like it's a light.
one thing that I wish, because I picked up a little bit of citrus on the nose, I didn't get any of that on the palate,
At all.
which I really fucking wish I
Yeah.
did. That's an exceptional pour though.
The finish lingers. I mean, the finish is the best part of that.
Yeah.
barrel.
Yeah, for what? These are all about 5 or so years,
Five and
right?
a half.
5.5 years old and it has a killer finish for 5.5 years. So this one's barrel 49612. And
It's kind of funky.
it's a little bit of a funky nose. It's just not as strong as the last one. Yeah, now that you say it, it's like I think it's maybe leaning a little bit towards medicinal cherry without being medicinal cherry. Yeah. I mean, it smells great. It's a good nose. Maybe a little bit of that toffee.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that toffee sweetness too.
Well, that citrus. I get more toffee on too. I think with like just that
Yeah.
chocolatey kind of. I have to go back to that one. It's kind of funky.
For sure on the nose.
Mm-hmm. It's just I think at like the back end of the nose is a little bit of that toffee.
I still like the finish of the second one better.
See, I can see the cherry leaning towards medicinal, but it's kind of funky, not in a bad way, like in a fun way.
I like definitely got some funk to it.
Yeah, that's the funkiest one so far. That's a good funk.
I like it.
That's a good funk.
I like it.
It's a little funky gal.
Okay, so this one, the 49612, I think that has the best experience front to back for me so far.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, just like the way that it coats the mouth and the mouthfeel and the finish.
I think the finish on this one beats number 2. And I think, I don't know, just from a fun standpoint, this is definitely the most interesting one of them all so far.
Yeah. Like,
This is one I'm excited to see how it opens up over the next 10 or so minutes.
Well, like the nose is interesting. Like you smell it and you start to kind of dive into it. You're like, it makes you want to kind of jump in and have a little bit more.
this one is safer bet to sell.
I think so, but no, I mean like it's a little bit more coating, but it's like that spice kind of lingers throughout like the sides of your mouth and just kind of sticks. But there's not much of a hug. It's not like it burns. It's just a fun experience for me.
And this one I think might be the best mouthfeel so far.
Yeah, 100%.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Well, it seems like it's the oiliest that sticks onto your palate.
yeah.
Very, very balanced.
I like the balance.
Like front to back, this has been my favorite.
So it's like this one has the spice that I liked in number 1.
Yep.
It has the chocolate that I liked in number 2.
Yep.
But it has like that extra bit of fruitiness as well on the nose. I don't think it comes through all that crazy on the palate, but it is there. No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, this is hard.
Cheers, Discord.
So this one is
I think
barrel
all the fruit is the same, so
44875.
it's drink proof here.
Yeah, it drinks proof here.
Yeah, we can.
It drinks proof
At
here.
5.5 years, man, if you get north of 120 at TDG, it's so hot. You could drink a Heaven's Door single barrel from there and realize it's just too. I can't even drink them.
It's definitely proof here. I mean, it drinks proof here. It's spicier.
This one has the spiciest nose I think so far.
Very spicy.
Yeah.
The finish, definitely on the finish too.
That is a potent,
spicy on the
I think one finish
potent
is
nose.
spicier for me
One?
than this one does.
One's really spicy.
But
I don't know if I still find it as interesting as 3. But
No.
It's very good.
I don't know that I do either, but
Oh.
3 and 4 have been my favorites. Like,
Okay.
I do like this experience.
This one is the only one that I got fruit as a prominent nose on the palate though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Super sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
And still creamy though. Like it still has a really nice
Yeah.
feel to it.
So this one is the fruitiest, and I think also has the best mouthfeel. And it has a super strong nose to it. Where it lacks for me though is this one might be like the weakest finish.
It's spicy. I agree. I can agree. Like,
Yeah.
it's spicy.
A lot of cinnamon on it too?
2 or 3 finishes. Is that what I'm getting? The spicy, the cinnamon?
Probably.
Yeah,
Spicy.
it's like straight up baking spice for sure.
But
It's not quite like a
I
rice
hate
spice.
that too because if the finish on this lingered just a little bit more, it'd be my
The
favorite.
nose
by far.
was very, very fruity.
Because like front to back, this has been my favorite, but the finish on 3
The finish on 3 is better.
way
than the
better.
nose.
Three is still the most exciting one for me.
Three's very, yeah.
If I had to pick one to just crush though,
It would be this one.
it would absolutely be this
It would be
one.
this one.
Yeah.
If this one had a little bit more finish, it would be fighting for my favorite though. Just because
Yeah.
it's what I like. I like the sweet.
Fruitiness, spice, the finish of it.
Oh, this one's crushable. Like I could put down a bottle of this real quick.
Oh yeah, this is so at work. Whenever we get one that tastes like this is a back porch crusher. This is exactly what this is. It's not complex. It's
Yeah.
easy to drink, and you could down a bottle before you realize you down
so
a
the
bottle.
third-
And like Logan was saying, there's like a solid oak presence all the way through.
No, there is. Yeah,
Yeah.
front to back. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The fourth one is the oak and the spiciness.
So it's like if I had to pick one that's like, oh, safe sell, this would be safe sell.
The fourth,
'Cause
yeah, safe
anybody could enjoy
But I feel like
this.
the third one is a little more interesting.
The
The
third one is
is the funky fun one.
the third
funky
one's for
fun.
the bourbon nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the third one has the better.
Holden, I don't think you agree.
honestly, I think third kind of takes it away. I think 4 is just a little spicy heavy to me. Like it's just not as interesting as 3. Like it's still really good.
I think we all agree with
Yeah,
that.
I think
the
we're all in
back
the.
palate is super good though on 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
my
that
second
it's that
favorite
fruitiness.
1, 2, 3.
yeah.
Right now, wait, what's your second?
While y'all chatting, we got one more little oddball barrel to throw in. Just we got 5.
We got an oddball barrel.
Like seriously, when they say
We're all going
So
line up.
we all just decided out of the 4 that we've tried so far, we're gonna kick one out. The first one that we tried, not that it's bad. I think we can all agree it was a good one.
There
It's just
wasn't any
not.
bad bourbon here.
No, zero bad
There hasn't
bourbon.
been any bad bourbon here.
I think it's just the the most lacking of them all so far. There's a lot of fun stuff on the rest of them. Because what, 2 was like the
I'll
chocolate
take one
bomb,
of this. I'm picking out one.
and then 3 was our funky one, 4 was our crushable one. So, you know,
3 and 4 are the heavy hitters right now. For
Yeah.
me. You
Yeah,
like
3 and
2,
4.
You can always blind them.
Two's good.
yeah, 2
Two's
is good.
Two's
2
got a
is
great
good.
finish.
2 is a great finish in that
Here's your
chocolate.
blend. So this number 5, this is barrel 49687. 49687.
So this one's our funky barrel.
This is the oddball.
49687.
Riley, cheers.
9687.
Cheers to the funky barrel.
There's banana fruit on the nose.
Here, hold on, wait. Just go ahead and do your favor. Do it out of glass.
There's a banana.
Just try it.
Oh, you're not kidding. You are not kidding.
All right, so
Just
take
try
a
it out of
sip,
glass.
take a sip, dude.
Banana loaf bread or something.
That one's it. That one's there for me. I love that one.
Like a zucchini bread or something. So a little sweetness to it.
So they snuck a bottle of Jack Daniels in. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, no, it's got a banana, you know.
It's not like a Jack Daniels banana.
No.
Yeah.
This is one of those other ones.
Yeah, no, because Jack Daniels for me is a lot more like a banana Laffy Taffy, like the artificial banana. And it's a little bit of banana I'm getting on this. It's like it's more like
There's
a
like a grain
like a
fork
banana
there.
bread type.
Exact, a baked good.
Yeah.
The only thing I can tell you for sure is the barrel number 5 is going to be 4 months older than what you're tasting.
I think it's
So this
only
one's
on the
older?
bottle.
Damn near 6.
Gotcha. Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's going to be closer to, that's going to be more 6 years.
Just shy of 6.
This one's just shy of 6 years old. Okay, well that makes sense then.
Yeah, this one's been my favorite so far. I'm not
This
gonna-
one takes the finish. This is the best finish, and it's not. There's nothing.
It's right there with mouthfeel for me too.
Yeah, there's nothing overwhelming. There's no one overwhelming note with the finish. It just goes. It just goes.
But like it's got like. So I like sweeter bourbons. It's got just enough sweetness. It's got a very viscous mouthfeel. Like it's oily enough. It coats the whole way through. It's a great experience. Like this is.
Can I get more on number 3 and number 4?
I was torn between 3 and 4, and I felt like I wish there was a balance. And to me, this one is that balance between the 2 of them.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't
Anybody
disagree.
need more? 3.
I'll take a slight.
So we have a lot to figure out right now because I think all of us were kind of settled on 4 being the best pick, and then they dropped 5 on our heads. So
That's our low one.
we're gonna be returning to everything. I'll get back to you.
All right, so for me, I'm torn between the funky one they gave us, which is 5, and then number 3. They both have great mouthfeels. They both have great experiences. I think 3 is the more unique funky one. I think 5 is just a little bit more balanced. I know Holden's set on 3.
I'm set on 3. I think 3 offers a lot of that sweet fruitiness,
I think the finish stuff on 3 was very good.
great finish,
Very
great oak presence, especially the back of the palate. 3 for me is a winner. 5 though, to me it's a little more funky, but it also is an awesome sipping whiskey. Both of these are very, very good, so I wouldn't pass on either of these. But 3 to me is a winner.
4 now. I'll rinse it out real quick.
I think 3 is my
feel
personal
like 3
winner.
had better finish time.
I'm a big fan of the chocolatey and very sweetness notes that I get in some of the bourbons, and I think number 3 really tops 4 and 5 for me.
I'm out
And,
on 4.
Yeah.
Some other ones are a
5.
little more spicier, but for my palate, I enjoy the sweet more than
But I think
spiciness.
5 beats 4.
I think 5 beats 4.
5 beats 4.
All right, no one else is gonna tell you this, but number 2 is the winner. I'm just kidding. They're all good. 3's really, really good, unique, little funky. I like wild turkey, so
3 does
yeah,
kinda
they're all
have that
great.
vibe.
I love 3. I really like the 3.
So I'm taking a little bit more time getting back around. I'm about to drink number 5 again. Let's go to it, and then this will make my final decision. It's between 3 and 5 for me.
What's up? I actually don't. I drink
So
this way
here's
too
my
much.
stance. I think you can get things that taste like 5
I don't even
from alternative means.
I had a pretty big lunch.
3 is the most fun.
I've also been dumping
3
some
is
stuff
the
out
one
of
that makes me think the most. There's the most notes going on. It's very well balanced despite the fact there's so much. So yeah, I think 3 is my pick. So right now, in order to sort of finalize our opinion. We're blinding 3 and 5. What we have are Glencairns. I don't know if y'all can see them.
One's marked, one's not.
Yeah. So marked or unmarked. That's what we're saying here. Either Tennessee or no mark. And that's gonna, I guess, make our final decision here.
That's it.
I think, knowing what we were drinking, I think most of us are in agreement that 3 would be the better buy.
Yeah.
But we're gonna let the blind decide.
Do it blind.
Let's do it. Do it blind.
Blind is always the best way to go, man.
No, this is the best deciding factor.
Actually?
I already drank both. I got so much more flavor off of the unlabeled. But the Tennessee labeled one, so the labeled Glencairn,
Try 'em already?
is just
That's
so
actually
much more of a
tip.
flavor
There
bomb.
wasn't much left.
It's so much more of a flavor bomb.
The non one?
Yeah.
I can agree with
Wait,
that.
all right. The non-labeled flavor bomb. The Tennessee label one is just ridiculously easy to drink.
I got a lot of chocolate in Tennessee. That one is more complex for me.
No, yeah. Non-labeled, more complex. The Tennessee one is just...
The non-label.
It drinks colder, if that makes sense. Like, you know, when it's more refreshing. But yeah, gun to my head, have to pick one. I'm gonna pick the non-labeled one.
And they're too close.
For the record, I'm also team non-labeled. We don't know which barrel it is. Better experience for me.
The unlabeled one is number 3,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
And let them know, what is it?
So, all right, if y'all want to,
No, go for it, dude. Tell it to me.
So, they just told us that it is a sister barrel for the barrels in the run of Allen's picks, which I tried this morning and I adored. I thought it was pretty phenomenal.
So, Alan Jackson picked 49611, and this is 49612.
So yeah, we're right there. So Alan Jackson liked it. I guess we like it too. Dude knows something about whiskey.
Yeah, he loves it, dude. So now it's a mandate on his tour bus. Now it's a mandate on his tour bus that we have to have a single barrel of his pick, which is the 1-1 barrel. He also has the 1-0 barrel, so he got the ones that are right next to it. So yeah, great pick, boys.
Yeah, no, I think. Are we all in agreement?
I like that one.
Hey, blind, it was pretty unanimous. So.
Yeah. In the blind, I think everybody was on the same page. So
Now that the pick's done, we're just going to showcase y'all our 4-year small batch bourbon.
So we're gonna try the 4-year.
Makes a damn good old fashioned.
We're gonna try the 4-year, which is their new shelfer. The old one was a 2.5-year Green River, so this one is a 4-year.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So getting to try their new shelf stable product. We aren't gonna be recording that, but if it's anything like the single barrel, then yeah, big fan. So yeah, thanks for joining us in on this. This will be all cap cut in with me and RJ talking about it. So yeah, no, excited for this pick to come through, y'all. Have a good one. So if our tater sticker gets approved, because we have to go through Alan Jackson's team, this is what it's based off of. This is him just floating on the inner tube. So y'all will see the tater sticker if it gets approved. We have the sticker of him floating on a spaceship through space. We did some nice editing. Shout out to Brett.
Hey guys, I'm RJ the Fed. I'm here with
Riley.
We'll have to clip and meme that like Brizzle did in his video to Mike. It'll be great. We're part of the Whacked Out Whiskey Club, and we've got some exciting news. So Riley was able to go out there for the Silver Belly pick,
Yes, sir.
along with a couple locals, and then we also had New. He flew out from California to go be a part of that. Can't show the label, but this is all that's left. So I had to keep revisiting this one.
We put a big dent in that one because we really wanted to make sure we're picking the right barrel. So we went back and forth with it. I think everybody involved on the pick went to it, I think 4 times. So there's not much left. We have a lot of people that want to try it, so I'm not going to be having any of it since, well, I've already drank it before. So this is RJ's first impressions of our first barrel pick since he was not able to make it. So very excited to hear what you have to say. We're going to be splicing in little clips from the barrel pick throughout, or we might just have them all chunked in at the very end or the very beginning. We haven't fully decided yet, so y'all will see what the final product is.
It'll be a collaborated video where we're going to show the process on with them trying all 5 barrels, talking about the barrels. the last 3 being the most exciting ones.
Yeah.
They were all good, but the last 3 being the most exciting.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And from there, we'll have this of my first impressions and tasting. This video will go live as soon as that Q&A finishes, so don't really have to talk about the Q&A too much, but this video will go live. They're going to be able to get my impressions on this plus the video from the actual pick.
Yep.
So Q&A is going to be obviously with the owners.
Yep, the CEO, Robbie, and my buddy, one of their market managers, Logan. The 2 of them were fantastic hosts while we were in Nashville.
So if you're watching this video is going to be my impression of it. It's also going to talk about their impression of the pick as well, on how we came to deciding which one we're going to do. We'll talk about the tater stickers too. We got some stickers that are going to be worked out for this pick.
So I guess this will be the official announcement.
Yep, and there's going to be some giveaways too. There'll be a link for another Discord server, so it'll have my Discord server linked in there too, but this will be for the Whacked Out Whiskey Club, which is where we talk about future picks and also being able to purchase a bottle of this too. So if you guys like this one, that's going to be where we're going to go from there.
So before you try it, let's also pour up a little bit of Alan's pick. So y'all will see the video clipped in where they describe it to us. The barrel that we picked is actually the sister barrel of Alan Jackson's single barrel. He goes into the Rick House fairly often and picks single barrels out just to go and hit store shelves. And we accidentally picked the barrel that is 1 spot past it. So our barrel,
912, right?
Ours is 49612.
Oh, 49. It's on the freaking sample.
Ours is 49612. Alan's barrel, the first one that we're going to try here, is 49611. So they're going to be very similar, but also you're going to get the idea of just how different this distillate can be, being just 1 spot over on the Rick.
So this is a single barrel, silver belly, 115 proof.
Distilled in Tennessee, not Dickel. They got some NDAs, so we can't be saying who
Hence why
truly
this
does.
is not showing outwards and showing towards us instead. Legal.
Yep. We want to do right by them and their NDAs.
Cheers. A lot of oak.
Yep.
A lot of vanilla. Got a very nice palate. Good feel. Coats the mouth well. A lot of vanilla notes too. A lot of sweet notes.
Very sweet. A little bit fruity. Not the primary note, but it does get in there.
It complements the oak. I mean, I'm not someone that typically likes that heavy wood tasting note, but the sweet characteristics in this one definitely stand out. It is a little hot. Got some heat to it.
And that's why they water them all down to 115.
115 proof cut down too is still a very nice proof point. I think the sweet notes definitely help complement that heavy oak note that I'm getting. Very respectable. I think any whiskey drinker would like this. Like if you're like an actual whiskey drinker, not someone that just mixes it with Coke and is drinking 80 or 90 proof.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, it's a very good product, and it's not a young whiskey, but it's not incredibly old either. So, it's very impressive to me that it does have the oak presence that it does. And that's one thing, seeing the clips spliced through of us. Basically, every single barrel that we tried, I mentioned the oak presence. It's something that they do a very good job of isolating.
Speaking of age, this was advertised as a 5.5-year-old whiskey at 115 proof for a single barrel. So 5.5 years is the age statement. Kind of youthful when you talk about whiskeys that are out there. But for Texas, most of our stuff is anywhere between 2 to 3 years, with the exception we have some higher allocated stuff, a little more expensive stuff at 4 to 6 year. That's because of the temperature and weather. A lot of average medians for a lot of other distilleries is 4 to 5 years, so 5.5 years is kind of getting past that average. And then obviously you guys are probably familiar with anything that's 7, 10 years or even greater, just because of like Buffalo Trace and the Old Forester, which are obviously massive distilleries. This is a very small distillery in comparison to the big hitters.
Absolutely. And
5.5 years is very respectable, though.
And especially in Tennessee. Tennessee is a warmer climate than Kentucky. It's not quite as drastic as Kentucky to Texas, but it is warmer, so not quite rapid aging, but faster aging.
Yeah. That's really good. Any kind of negative notes that you guys may have taken away from that when I talked about the oak and the heat? Keep in mind that was my very first pour of the day. Mm-hmm. That's a palate warmer for sure.
Yeah, that's a warm.
Probably why he made me go with that one first before I went straight to the pick. So get a little bit more water in me first, and then we'll switch over. I'll switch over to what little bit left. Obviously, Riley was there to do the pick, so he knows exactly what I'm about to try.
And I'm not going to be giving any of my notes. He's watched the video of me explaining what I think it tastes like already, but I'm not going to be sitting here influencing his palate. So this is truly first opinions, basically blind.
It has a better nose. I'll be honest.
Give me that Glencairn. I need a nose.
The Alan Jackson pick that I just tried, because we're trying the sister barrel, the one that we picked. Alan Jackson pick was a little bit more oaky. This is sweeter.
Keep in mind, it's one barrel over.
Yeah, and it smells way sweeter.
Yeah, it's way different.
It's a very bright fruit note. It's got a long, burning sensation on the nose of like a vanilla, and the little bit of toast and char that I think that I'm getting off of the oakiness from the Alan Jackson pick is like not even present here. Wow, that's not even the same. No, that's not even the same. What is that? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say that there's not oak present, but the oak that I got on the Alan Jackson pick was like a heavy dark oak. This is like like you pour the whiskey over a wooden plank. It has almost no actual oaky influence on it. It does still have that wood note to it, but it's a more youthful wood. It's not that heavy wood.
Yeah, no. The big thing for me whenever I first tried it was I was amazed by how steady for this specific barrel the oak presence was from the nose to the finish, always being like the third or fourth note on a leaderboard.
Yeah.
You know, if it was 1 through 4 in order of prominence, it would always be 3 or 4.
This was more like stone fruit and vanilla. This is like more vibrant, brighter fruits and that vanilla note too. This is much sweeter, much more easy to drink too.
My big question, do you get the funk?
Yeah, there is a little funkiness. I normally associate that with like, we're going to be like Cask and Point Daniel, musty oak.
It's not musty oak. It's, I don't know, it's kind of more like a jammy funk.
Yeah, I don't want to say the word plum. I'm not trying to be like Cask and Point right now, but it has
plum.
it does have this like sweeter note to it that has like a little bit of a spice to it. It's hard to describe. Well, if you guys had doubt about buying a bottle of this whenever these drop, I will be fully transparent. I plan to buy 6, buying 1 to keep, 1 to drink. The other 4 we're going to give away. So 2 of them, we're going to do probably a large duck race. We'll let people enter in. That'll be through the Discord. We might do it live on YouTube. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a live stream. Anybody can enter in.
Let us know what y'all want us to do with it. You know?
And we'll raffle it off that way. So that'll be 2 bottles. So top 2 places, or we'll do 2 separate races. Top one will win a bottle. We're also going to be doing another giveaway as far as the tater stickers. I'll also be including some RG the Fed stickers in there too. So I have some that are just plain white backgrounds. I know that those print well. I'm going to have to do some research to make sure my holographic ones work. But I'm going to throw 2 random holographic stickers in a box. And if you get one with a holographic sticker, just reach out to me and show me a picture of that sticker. And that'll be your chance to get another free bottle. So
We'll also be giving away free Glencairns as well.
Yes, so this Friday, guys, that's when they should be delivered. By
the time y'all see this, it's going to be already delivered.
It'll already be delivered from the time we're making this video.
Yeah.
We'll have the Whacked Out Whiskey Club. There's 272 counts of that, and we'll have some RG the Fed ones. So in the event that we're sold out of Glencairns by then, who says we can't order more?
Yeah,
we'll definitely have some for the club.
Absolutely order more.
Pricing. You want to talk about pricing for the Whacked Out ones? Mine are a little bit differently priced, only because I plan to distribute locally first before shipping. But for the Glencairns, we were looking at $12.50 a Glen for additional Glens, $20 shipped for 1 Glen.
Yeah, so if you aren't planning on buying the pick, it'll be $20 shipped for 1, and every additional, like let's say you decide to buy 4, it'll be $12.50 a piece on top of that, or an additional 20. But we're going to be offering for everybody who buys our barrel pick to just pay the $12.50. You're already getting something shipped to you, so why pay double shipping?
Exactly.
So good opportunity for those of y'all, as long as you're patient. Who knows? Maybe by the time y'all see this, we're sold out of the first batch. That'd be wild. and I'd be here for it. But yeah, no, very, very exciting things. And also, I guess this is a time to announce what else we have coming down the line.
Yeah, several bottles on lineups. Some of these are confirmed, and some of these are definitely just prospectus. I mean, this could be possibles, and that possible not just depends on our communication with the distillery itself and the connections we have, but it also depends on our guys going out there and picking it. So, for example, this pick, if it wasn't good and they couldn't decide on a barrel, we were going to tell them no and walk away.
Oh, yeah, we were very well prepared.
At the end of the day, they're there to sell whiskey. We're there to buy whiskey. We have the power to walk away because we're the buyer. So anyone who thinks they have to buy a barrel, they're wrong. You don't have to. That's the power we hold. So if we try something we don't like it or doesn't fit any of our palates, then unfortunately, unless they can show us something different that we do like, we're going to say no. So some of the picks and options that we're going to talk about as possibles, those could come and go. The relationships are pretty much there, though. Right?
Yeah. Probably the next pick that we do, this is going to be one that the two of us are actually going to be able to do together. That'll be with 3 Chord. Met with one of their reps, and we're getting those samples sent to us. That's absolutely going to be one of those ones, because I know it's not a sexy bottle that people go out of their way for, where we will only be picking a barrel if we are truly mind blown by it. Outside of that, in January, we're going to be going up to Missouri to do a barrel pick with Nobleton's. Nobleton's Distilling House, I think, is their full name. Very, very, very interesting product. Very excited to do that. Get up there with the Michigan and Missouri guys. A couple Michigan guys are driving down for that. And we got a lot of guys in Missouri. So shout out to Peyton, Drew, all y'all. Those are the really the only ones that are locked. In the Discord that will be linked with this, y'all will see a pick connections.
So we got the thread. We got Turkey. He's talking about doing Ben Holiday.
Paul Sutton's being thrown around in there, along with Peerless and Pursuit. Rebecca Creek.
Paul Sutton, I've had a single barrel at a buddy's house just recently. That was a pretty good bottle. So us being able to do a pick and pick that unique tasting note that we like, I think that's a good perspective for sure.
No, I'm a believer that you can find good whiskey anywhere. You just got to get out and dig for it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think this Silver Belly pick, it's definitely, like I promise you, we have heard people's concerns.
It's an unknown distillery,
and it's a celebrity whiskey.
It's celebrity endorsed. The bottles that you'll see on the shelves are 91 proof. From what I've heard, and Riley can confirm with this, it was Green River distillate, but they were rejects. They've been trying to buy up the product and replace it with what they want their distillery to be putting out, trying to fix and clear up and protect that name that they're trying to build a brand on. Looking them up on YouTube, you're not going to find really any reviews. The one review that I found was of the 91 proofer. It was done by one of the biggest YouTubers out there for Whiskey Tube, and that was Bruzel. And he pretty much shit-talked it. And I mean, if it's Green River reject and that's not what they're putting out now, I don't feel like that's a good representation of their brand and what they have to offer. I can tell you right now, I'm a huge fan of Green River. This was not Green River distillate, NDA, so I can't tell you what distillate it is. But this is really freaking good, and I love Green River. So if this is going to be what they're replacing it with, I'm 100% on board with that.
So their new shelfer, the story goes, Alan Jackson hated the whiskey, the 2.5-year-old Green River that they were sourcing. So he basically got his own hands in it, and they swapped over to the new distillate, which is a minimum 4-age product. So the new shelfer that you're going to be seeing, it has a new label. It's like a platinum label. It's the same price as the old stuff, but it's 4-year-old minimum, still 91 proof. And they started releasing the single barrels. They have Alan Jackson's birthday bourbon that's releasing around this time that we're recording this.
It'll be the only birthday bourbon, too.
It'll be the only Alan Jackson's birthday bourbon, I imagine. So, yeah, I mean, it's very exciting to...
And being able to pick up a bottle from us, that's one thing. This other sample that we tried, which was the Alan Jackson pick, this is from the Grapevine in the DFW area. Goody. They'll be dropping bottles of Silver Belly single barrel, and that single barrel has been rumored to be that exact pick right there that we have in front of us. So very cool for us local guys. We're probably going to buy up almost their entire stock because no one's going to know what it is, and they're probably not going to even want to buy it. So not only are we buying this barrel, we're probably buying almost a second barrel.
Might as well.
through a store to where we can have both, because that was very good. I had no doubt about Riley's impression on what I was going to taste today. And
Ours is
obviously, the guys picking it out of 5, this was the best one they said, so this is the one they went with. They're night and day. They're very different, so it'll be cool to have both bottles as well. So this is going to be the Silver Belly pick. This is my impressions of the sample. We'll have the video clipped for when they did their tasting. Hopefully you guys will be there for the Q&A. This video will not go live until that Q&A ends, so obviously anything talking about that, not really helpful.
Yep.
But this will be impressions. This is going to be us talking about the Whacked Out Whiskey Club. There'll be a link in the description of this video. You guys can go and join that and be a part of that, and hopefully secure a bottle of this if you wish to purchase one. If anything, you want to come support us, we're going to have the Whacked Out Whiskey Club Glens. I'll have RG the Fed Glens. We're going to have merchandise. I already have a couple shirts up on my website. We'll be working on some more designs like that. Probably switch companies a couple times. Right now we're using Printify.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what we want to go with in the long term. Another big thing is if there's somebody that you want us to see do a pick with, and you happen to know somebody at a distillery, please make that known to us, because we want to involve as many people as we can. One thing that, whenever we spoke about the ideas of what we wanted for this group is sort of by the people for the people idea.
Your connections are our connections. We're going to help your connection make that happen. So if you want a barrel pick of it and you like it, we'll help make that happen, and we'll hopefully get that to everybody. We're going to try to get that to everybody. So anyone that's in the group, we'll have to work on how we're going to do that. Obviously, those are all hypotheticals till we get there. But the talk is if we sell out and people are complaining that they're not getting enough bottles, we're just going to start buying more barrels.
Yeah, that's the easy solution, more barrels.
Buy 2 or 3 barrels from the same distillery.
Why not?
This will probably be one of the first videos you guys will see on the Whacked Out Whiskey Club page. Hopefully you guys like it, comment, subscribe. I know this is a long one. We'll have some entertainment cut and clipped in there. So we'll see you guys for the next time. RG the Fed signing out.
Riley signing out.